Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. You might remember recently I did a watch video, a review video of a Grand Seiko diver, spring drive diver, that I had acquired in a trade with my good friends over at European Watch Company. This was a trade I did for two watches. I traded them one watch plus some cash for two watches. One of them was the Grand Seiko, and as I mentioned in my other video, the other watch was a Panerai. And I was up there visiting for the first time the folks over at European Watch, a company that I have been working with for almost a decade now, and my father had been working with for probably closer to 2 decades. We've been dealing with one person in particular, a gentleman by the name of Robert Reustle. If you are of a mind, you can go to EuropeanWatchCompany.com. Take a look at what they got. I recommend them highly. This is not a sponsored mention of European Watch. They don't know I'm doing it. But I trust them implicitly. I've sold watches to them. I've bought watches from them. I've traded watches with them. I even use them as a conduit for servicing watches. And they deal with all kinds of different watches, whether it's Panerai, Rolex, Grand Seiko, Hublot, Ulysses Nardin, Zenith, Patek Philippe, Alonga and Zona, Audemars Piguet, you name the higher-end brand, they probably work with it. So, having gotten all that out of the way, the other watch, the Panerai that I traded for and got, is in this very large outer box. I'm going to just move that off camera and take the outer box away and reveal the very nice inner box, which is a beautiful blonde wood. And inside the inner box is a Panerai Officine Panerai. Now, people in the past know that I have railed against Panerai in the past. I was very specific about the Panerais that I didn't like, which was the one with the crown guard on the side I refer to as the goiter. If you don't know what the word goiter means, Google it. But they do make a version of the Panerai without the goiter, and that's the radio mirror. Now, as you know from previous videos, I own 2 radio mirrors already, but I have been looking for a third radio mirror, and also I wanted to show you that inside the box, in addition to the watch, was all the manuals and the hang tag. This is the GMT certification. This is the instructions and more instructions. So, full kit on this watch. Now, I've already given away why I wanted this particular watch, and that is the GMT function. And unfortunately, the GMT hand is covered up by the minute hand at the moment, because this watch is set to GMT time. I think GMT plus 6. It's set to Venice time, Venice, Italy. And otherwise, it's a very, very good looking watch. High polish case, signed crown, beautiful brown alligator strap that has, it's obviously been previously owned and previously, oh wait, there's a GMT hand right there. You have a running seconds hand on the 9 o'clock position, and down at the 6 o'clock position, you have a power indicator. This has a 10-day power reserve. It is an automatic, as you can see. Automatic, 10-day power reserve. It hand winds, it hacks, it does all the good stuff. You can see GMT 10 days there. Officini Panerai. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I do not speak Italian, although I am going to try to take some Italian computer lessons because I am planning to go to Venice in the near future. It is an automatic. Says so right there, and you can see the rotor. As I said, beautiful high polish case. Previous owner never really did anything to harm it. You have wire type lugs. Even though it is a big watch, it has a very short lug tip to lug tip. We'll get to that in a minute. Screw down crown to give you the 100-meter water resistance. It's an oversized crown. It does disengage with a very audible pop. One nice thing about this watch, in the first position is the date setting, that they're at 3 o'clock, very subtle. But if you pull the crown out, watch the second hand. It hacks and resets to 0. And once you push it in, it starts to go again. So it's not only a hacking seconds, it's also a flyback second hand. Goes right back to 0 seconds. So very easy to set this watch to a reference time. You would expect that, considering that way back in when, Panerai made watches for the Italian military. And most military organizations want hacking seconds. But they want one better with the flyback. Beautifully, fits my wrist beautifully. It is a thick watch. I'm not going to lie. It's almost 17 millimeter thick. It does have a sloped bezel. And I happen to be wearing a long sleeve shirt today because it's cold today. And you can see it fits very nicely under. This is obviously a loose fitting cuff. But it does slide under there very nicely. And it fits my 7 1/4 inch wrist just fine. Considering the lug to lug measurement is only about 50.5 millimeter, you could probably get away with this watch down to a 6 3/4. That might be pushing a little bit. 7-inch wrist is probably the maximum lower, or the minimum limit. But nicely done. You have a domed sapphire crystal and a flat sapphire crystal on the exhibition case back. Let's see, what else? Oh, also, there is a second hand on the, and you can see the AM PM indicator on the constant second. Right now it's indicating PM, so that's where that little needle is for, pointing in the PM range. Power reserve, as I said, is there at the 6 o'clock position. I said alligator strap. I was mistaken. It's a crocodile strap. This is a limited edition watch. It's one of 400. I think it says that somewhere on the watch. The paperwork says so. No, I guess not. But it is one of 400 watches made with a 10-day power reserve. You are looking at a Panerai caliber P 2003/6 automatic 10-day power reserve movement, hand winds, hacks, that's all that good stuff. The case is polished stainless steel. As I said before, it is 100-meter water resistance. It is a big watch. It is a 47-millimeter diameter case, 50.5 millimeter on the lug tip to lug tip, 26 millimeter lug. It is quite wide. You're going to have a hell of a time finding other straps for this watch. It is possible. I did look online. If you struggle long enough, you can find them. But your best bet is probably go with Panerai. 16.7 millimeter thick. So it is a big watch. Not for the sleight of wrist. But it is beautifully made. And it has got some heft to it. I'm not going to lie. It's a big watch. But it wears very comfortably. The case is just beautiful to look at. It's very organic looking case. It's very comfortable to wear. The strap is stiff where it needs to be and supple where it needs to be. It was obviously worn quite a bit by the previous owner. You can see the gouging and the creasing on the whole end of the strap. But to me, that's character. You know, it would take a while for the new strap to break that in and get that character in there. I fell in love with it when I saw it up in Boston. It just looked so beautiful to me. I had to go with it. I wasn't planning on walking away with two watches, but the deal was too good to pass up. And this watch was, quite honestly, it was my second choice behind the Grand Seiko. This was my fallback if the Grand Seiko was sold. But fortunately, I showed up in Boston and both watches were there, and I was blessed enough to walk away with both watches. And thanks to Robert and the crew at European Watch Company for doing the deal and working with me for all these years. And very happy with all the deals that I've made with them, particularly this last one. Can't wait for the next one. Looking forward to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review of this Panerai. My third. You never know. Might be another one down the line. I don't know. I think I've scratched the Panerai itch pretty well. And I'm very happy with what I have. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help with the YouTube search algorithms and helps bring people to the channel, and that is always a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to insult me, you're going to troll me, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment, block the commenter. There's always one. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have over 1,000 videos, probably even over 1,100 videos at this point. Feel free to watch as many as you want. All I ask in return, please click that subscribe button. If you are a returning user and you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. It takes literally half a second. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so when I upload new material, you are alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. Hopefully it will start to get less crazy in the new year. But for now, please, whether it's crazy or not out there, be safe out there, be careful, be well. See you soon.